Hi everyone, very happy to be here with you. Today we're going to talk about self-love, something that's really important for all of us and a topic that's very close to my heart. And today I hope to share with you multiple tips, hopefully 5 or 6 tips that will enhance the confidence, the self-esteem, give us daily, exercises to do that will boost the power within and the potential within and bring us closer to loving ourselves more. The best things you can do for yourself is be present. If you resonate with this, give me a thumbs up. When you're not present, guys, your mind is racing to the past or the future. Now, the past holds negative impressions, emotions. What are some of the emotions? Anger and regret. So many of the times when I ask my clients, when I'm coaching them, they say 30 to 40% or maybe 50% I'm in the past. That means they're either regretting, glorifying, or upset about something. Usne mujhe aisa bola, or he didn't speak to me nicely, or why did this have to happen to me, and why did my marriage get cancelled? This is COVID times, but I had everything planned. So when we're in the past, can't show up for yourself. When we're in the future, what are the two emotions that come up the most? Worry and anxiety, which we all are, going through some bit of it, right? So showing up for yourself means being present, getting the mind into the moment. That's the first best thing you can do for yourself. Find a way to come to the moment. Whatever you present to the world is what you really have. So I'm going to use the metaphor of an orange. Orange is juicy. Give me some adjectives for an orange. You can write it down. It's juicy. It smells wonderful. And if it's thin, it's got a nice texture. But when you squeeze it, what comes out? The juice of an orange, right? So like that, you've got to fill yourself up with all the best things in the world so that when you spill out the best. That means you spill out love and compassion and forgiveness and the best version of you, right? That's what you should do. So how do we do that? Let's keep in mind a couple of things. One is, it is my job to show the best version of me to the world. So it's my responsibility that I look after my emotions, that I look after myself spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. Do you agree with me? No one on this earth has come here to make you happy or fill you up. You should have other people in your life to complement your completeness, but they're not here to complete you. If that's very important, that we fill ourselves up completely, right? How you love yourself gets mirrored into the world, into your relationships, into your every expression, right? If you're calm, happy, full of yourself, and being filled with self-love is not selfish, it's being self-full and it's being responsible. No point going on half tank when you want to serve the whole world, going on half tank, because the other half very often leads us to wanting that void to be filled up by other people or projecting that frustration onto other people. So we don't want to do that, right? So what is the first thing? Be responsible for yourself, your emotions, your actions, and really your responses to the world, right? So how you process your interpretations of what's going on and how you respond and not react. So people are not responsible for everything that happens to you. You first be responsible for yourself. Second thing is that understand that we should have healthy boundaries. Do you agree with me? That means when we need to say no, we make our yes more powerful when we're able to say no when we need to say no. Do you agree with me? बहुत बार ऐसे होता है कि हम हाँ हाँ बोलते जाते हैं और अंदर में बहुत तनाव महसूस होता है. We are not very easy or fluid. We feel resistant because we are saying yes to please, but no अंदर हो रहा है. So many times it's important to say no so that you can say yes to yourself. So one more thing I want you to remember, the fourth point is you are a work in progress. So don't ever beat yourself up by saying, being overly critical. We are all evolving. We're all a work in progress. So it's very important that you realize that, don't judge yourself so harshly, because हम बहुत निराश हो जाते हैं जल्दी जल्दी. We do something and we fail at it, or we don't do it right. We start criticizing ourselves and we beat ourselves. And फिर वो दिखता है, that mirrors into our life. We don't want that to happen. So accept that you have some flaws and that you're perfect with your imperfections. Now, if the creator has made this beautiful creation, it has its flaws, but it's still beautiful. So you must see that, I like this rule of 80-20. And I tell my daughter this all the time, 80% agar sahi chal raha hai, to 20% let it go. 20% keep that imperfection basket for everyone. So, if they make a mistake or something, dump it in there and let it go. And hopefully they will also have that 80-20 rule for you. The other thing is very important. The sixth thing is self-care routine. Yeah. So having some kind of routine for yourself. It's not only respect for yourself, but other people start respecting you. So the way you teach, your job is to show the world how to love you, how to treat you. So if you take out time for yourself, like I know Rahul walks every day, or Niti does some drawing, or she does some sketching. That's time for yourself, right? You fill up with that. And having that routine boosts your chemicals, your bliss chemicals. Endorphins are released through exercise. I know I love to sing and dance. These days I'm not doing it, but I used to dance at least 5 minutes, turn on that music, go crazy, dance like a child, and that sing with the music, that serotonin gets released, which is a mood elevator. Endorphins get released. And then, of course, I love to meditate, which is part of my routine, and that releases dopamine. It's very, very beautiful. It releases empathy and connects you to yourself. And of course, inspirational learning. So the four things that I really recommend is, one, you exercise. Okay, exercise your body, because the body does need to get tired. It needs to release endorphins. Two, do some kind of inspirational learning where you feel very inspired, where something goes beyond you, higher than you. You are awestruck. Third is gratitude journal. Write something that you're grateful for. That moves our consciousness from lack to abundance. And feel grateful for being alive, for having food on the table every single day. And you'll start loving everything that happens to you. It's a gift. The fourth thing is, like I said, exercise, meditation, inspirational learning, gratitude. So these are some things that I do every single day. And of course, sing and dance. There's no excuse for it, right? Sometimes we get too serious. So when you treat yourself like a little kid, childlike, not childish, you will exude that beautiful energy. Wherever you are, people will feel that playfulness and lightness. And abhi ye is cheez ki zarurat hai na abhi. Don't you think we need that humor, that lightness, that communication? If you really want to go one more tip, I would say do something for someone else every day. One random act of kindness. Okay, I would say do three, but I'll start with one. Do one random act of kindness where you just put a smile on someone's face. You know what that does? It takes us out of the three words that cause depression. What about me? What about me? Say these three words every day and you'll fall into depression. The minute you do something else, something for someone else, like I know one of my friends here talks to his friends and uplifts them, and there's a daily chat, and that makes them feel good and connected. You have just done a random act of kindness and you have made someone feel good. And you know what that does? Not only does it uplift the other, it makes you feel worthy, purposeful, and more than. You're not less than, you're more than. Only then you can give. जो लोग देखते हैं कि कौन मेरे से बात नहीं कर रहा है, मेरे को देख नहीं रहा है, that is beggarhood. But this is giving. This is beggarhood and this is giving. So the difference is, when you're full, you can give, you can share. And when you don't fill that cup up, you are expecting and you become more like a beggar. And we know all the people here are more than, right? So I am enough. I'm tall enough. I'm pretty enough. I'm intelligent enough. I am everything in this creation, right? Because we're all connected.